You know, in the last couple of days, I've seen quite a few people putting up videos. It says that saying that Black Lives Matter has officially kicked off the race war. I live in DFW. Alright, I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, y'all. And it seems to me that people are a lot closer together than this division they're trying to make you believe exists, and that all this rampant racism exists. I live here. I don't see it. I see a bunch of people coming together and being a hell of a lot nicer to each other. Now, what they're trying to push to you on the controlled media is just absolutely insane. Let me play you a couple of clips here. But it looks to me like the mainstream media is doing everything they can to make sure that they declare the race war has begun. Listen to this.
You know, when you talk about demonization, a lot of people are still talking about Rudy Giuliani's comment about Black Lives Matter, that it is inherently racist. And everyone I've talked to associated with the Black Lives Movement says that is absolutely not the case, that they care very deeply about police officers.
Did you hear that? Everyone that she's talked to that's connected to Black Lives Matter say that it's not inherently racist because they care about police officers. Let's listen to that again, shall we?
His comment about Black Lives Matter, that it is inherently racist. And everyone I've talked to associated with the Black Lives Movement says that is absolutely not the case, that they care very deeply about police officers.
Yeah, so I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and he asked me if I was racist, and I said, no, I care about police officers. What? Can somebody explain that logic to me? Because that just was about the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Now, why don't you listen real close to what the Dallas mayor has to say about these deceased Dallas police officers.
What do you make of that?
I'll tell you, our police officers died for Black Lives Matter.
Our police officers died for Black Lives Matter. Our police officers died for Black Lives Matter. So now we know. Now we know why they set this whole shooting up. And let's not be fooled at all. This was a false flag. People actually died, but that does not mean it was not a false flag. And why did they do this false flag? Because now you've got the Dallas mayor on national TV letting you know that these dead officers are now martyrs for the Black Lives Matter movement, which is pushing their further narrative of the race war has begun. They are trying to push us into a civil war based on racism that isn't nearly as rampant as they're trying to push down your throats. I live here and I don't see it, so I'm telling you, it's bullshit. There are racist people out there. But let's not forget, this is one of the most corrupt city councils on the planet. There's a lot of racism on the city council. Why don't you go look up John Wiley Price, who's on the Dallas City Council, and prepare to be amazed. This is absolutely ridiculous, America.